Hazrat Asma bint Abu Bakr radiyallahu anha reports, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam performed solar eclipse prayer. He sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood up and stood for a long time. Then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam bowed down and performed a prolonged bowing. Then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood erect and stood for a long time. Then bowed down and performed a prolonged bowing. Then raised his head and prostrated himself and performed a prolonged prostration. Thereafter, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam raised his head, went for a prostration and performed a prolonged prostration. Then he sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood erect and stood for a long time. Then bowed down and performed a prolonged bowing. Then lifted his head and went for a prostration and performed a prolonged prostration. Thereafter raised his head and went for a prostration and performed a prolonged prostration. Then on completion of the prayer, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Paradise becomes so close to me that if I had wished, I would have plugged you one of its bunches. And hell becomes so close to me that I said, O Lord, am I with them? I saw a woman in it. I, Nafi, think he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, whom the cat was clawing. I said, what happened to her? The angel said, she had chained her till it died of starvation, and she neither fed it nor unlashed it so that it could eat something. Nafi said, I think he said the insects. Sahih Bukhari, Hadith number 745.